What are you laughing about?
Our viewers are awesome.
And that's funny?
Yeah, you'll find out why in a second.
Okay, Craig.
Yes, Chris. Viewer comments.
First, tell them the new name.
The new name is officially Ask Craig and Chris. Remember, you use hashtag Craig and Chris to say anything that you want, and we'll be able to track everything you're saying, and we will hopefully read your question and or comment on our Ask Craig and Chris segment.
Yes.
Right? Because this is the Craig and Chris show, where we talk about stuff that interests us and
hopefully interests you.
At least to some degree, right? And of course, we got all of your wonderful comments from last week, and we're excited to have this at the beginning of the week now, so it actually makes sense.
Yes, that way it's not 2 weeks out.
Yes, by the time we actually got the comment video posted, I think half the people were probably already dead of old age.
Yeah, possibly.
Possibly. So I was laughing because there's some good ones this week. Good comments, folks.
Let's get to it.
craigandchris.com. Make sure you subscribe.
Let's ask Craig and Chris.
Oh, wow, really?
Yes.
You sounded like a Mr. Rogers. Let's ask Mr. Chris.
Let's ask
Craig and Chris. Come on, children.
Come on, children.
All
right.
Albert Meza. How's it going, Albert? They will have to wrestle my old Atari 2600, a Television 2, an NEC TurboGrafx 16 with CD drive, and all their games out of my cold, dead hands before I give them up. This was referring to our video about selling your old games for a ton of money. And I know I do feel attached to mine, too.
I do, too. Little story. I wanted a PlayStation when I was a wee lad. The original PlayStation.
He's Irish. He's allowed to say that.
I am. At least partially. And I wanted Metal Gear Solid. Pretty much that was it. Well, that's not true. I wanted Star Wars Masters of the Terrascasi, but we're not going to...
I wanted Final Fantasy VII when I wanted my PlayStation, but there's that one game. For you, it was Metal Gear.
My friends who lived across the street, my friend and his parents were having a garage sale, and I packed up my Sega, and I sold it.
Ooh.
And that was probably the I regret that so much.
No, I know. I did the same thing with my Nintendo a long time ago, when you're young and foolish.
I had the 32X and Doom and like Maximum Carnage, the red thing, the red cartridge, and
dude, that one was awesome.
Sonic.
Too. We talked about that last time. I think it was still going for like $50.
And it was just like, if it's unsealed and you know it's red, it was like $300. But I mean, looking back on it, I wish I didn't sell it.
No, I'm the same way. I went back and sold a whole bunch of my Nintendo 64 games to get my PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
And I remember doing that, and it was not my greatest moment. I'm not going to lie. So the next comment was from Apoc Media. Says, how much do you think an original light-up Pikachu N64 would go for? And so I did a little search here while you were telling us your awesome story.
Of sadness and woe.
And I don't know if this is the light-up one.
Uh-huh.
But this one's going for $85 or best offer. This one has one bid in the original box, Pikachu Nintendo 64, $200. $200.
Okay. That's probably a fair estimate, I guess.
I mean, it's funny that like old consoles cost as much as a new... Oh no. This one is actually the light-up one, $300 or best offer.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's some good stuff.
And you already know all the games you're getting. So
yeah, that's true. You don't have to worry about your developers abandoning you.
Yeah.
Sad face. Jonathan Morris, I didn't know what this one was. Okay, maybe you're going to say, I still have my copy of Castle Jaguar for my first TRS-80.
Wow. I don't even know what that is.
I don't know what a TRS-80 is, Jonathan Morris. Maybe you should post a picture somewhere and send it to us.
We should almost have an award. Congratulations. You out-geeked us.
Yes, you basically have officially out-geeked us. Martigan both kind of missed the point on this one. He said ROMs, they're free. You can use ROMs, right?
Sure.
Gaming ROMs. But there's something about having the original console.
Yeah.
We can play all the games. It's not even about the game at that point. You know, like you regret selling your Sega. Is it because you can't play it anymore? Or is it because you just don't own it anymore?
Probably own it. I mean, I guess there is something. I mean, as stupid as it sounds, a part of playing Nintendo is blowing the cartridge.
Yeah, that's true.
It just is.
It's part of the full Nintendo experience. And as a guy who's used ROMs historically, you just don't appreciate them as much.
Well, it's like when you boot up a ROM.
It's like with a ROM, you have every game ever made for Super Nintendo, and you don't play it.
It's the mindset. It's like, oh, I'm going to play this. So you just boot it up, and there it is. It's over. But if you go into your old closet, dust them off, you're like, I'm going to open this up. It's an event.
Yeah.
And you open it up, and then you're like, oh, yeah.
You enjoy the whole process.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's a nostalgia tour.
That's good.
Is, I guess, would be the difference.
Good stuff. Foxy Sand says, I feel like an idiot for getting rid of my old games now.
I hear you.
Yeah, we hear you on that one. Battery Phil says, I sold Zelda NES Gold about 5 or 6 years ago for about $75. Man, I don't know if I could have given that one up. I gave it up when I was younger, but now if I had it, there ain't no way.
Yeah.
I'd be like Albert Mesa, out of my cold dead hands.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, let's move into the Steam Box debate, which was a fun one. I liked that one. Sean Saint officially joined with hashtag Craig Minions, which is my Craig the Tech Teacher. I don't want to call it a cult.
I think we should for ours.
I want it to be a cult.
The cult of Craig and Chris.
The cult of
that should be
awesome.
ours. We'll just be honest.
Craig and Chris cult.
Yeah.
Hashtag Craig and Chris cult. We just defined it. For me, just me and Craig the Tech Teacher.
C cubed.
Hashtag Craig Minions. That's right. And for us, it's Craig and Chris cult.
Yeah.
Hashtag Craig and Chris cult. Welcome, my friends. I will have to make the community after this. He liked the episode. He has quite a well laid out comment here about, and I'm not going to read the whole thing.
Yep.
And he talks about the whole convenience. What I said, I'd like to have a Steam box because I would play it on my TV and my PC.
Yeah.
Right? It'd be great to have it.
Sure.
He says he's not a graphics fapper, which, by the way, is the first time I've heard that term. And I got to admit,
I like it.
I laughed out loud at that one. So the fact that graphics being superior on PC doesn't sway me from my love of consoles because I focus more on gameplay, and both have great options and limitations.
Yeah.
Excellent viewpoint. That's exactly how we feel. We talk about it a lot. Sometimes the controller is just better.
And sometimes
the mouse and keyboard is just better. He loves Steam. Has like 50 games, so for the most part, the idea of Steam Machine would be great when my PC gets to the point where upgrading it would cost more, and a good Steam Machine would be cost-effective enough, rather than buying a new PC.
Yeah, I like to look and say, now which platform am I going to play it on? I guess would be.
Yeah, that's always a tough decision. Where do you go with it?
Yeah.
So that's a good comment, Sean. It's like, how do you? At what point do you want consistency and stability, and at the other point, what do you want? When do you want convenience?
Yeah.
That's always going to be the tough. Alpha Ramaka liked the ending when I said, I think haters be hating. That's what I think that's exactly what the article was. I think it was just we don't need this. And so then he came up with a list of reasons.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely
there were some legitimate points, though.
I think there was legitimate points with a cherry of disdain on top.
Well put. Michael Stewart, why not just play Steam on Ubuntu?
Why not, Craig?
That's a good question. You can actually do that. You can actually just go ahead and create your own Steam machine, but they've never made it not available.
Yeah.
To the nerds who want full Linux. And that's an excellent point, because one of the complaints was he said it was
one of the arguments
chopped
was
up
that
Linux.
It was I don't remember what he called it, but
yeah,
like a dumbed down Linux.
Yeah,
or something.
bastardized Linux. But he's making an excellent point. You can actually just build your own Steam machine. If you're really that kind of guy who wants a full version of Linux.
I guess the problem with the article with that particular one is that complaint doesn't address, like, he attacks the article from one standpoint, but then that argument is completely on the other.
Right.
It's not simple enough, but then when they make it simple, I mean, the people who want it to be as difficult as they want can.
Yeah, they still can.
If they want full-fledged Linux, you can do it.
You can still do Steam on your... Actually, they've got... Right now, Steam has, on their regular Steam software, you can do the TV, and you can do the controller. So you can do it from a PC if you still wanted to. You don't have to buy a Steam machine.
Or HDMI out or something.
Yeah, I mean, so there's a lot of different alternatives out there. I think maybe that's why they're hoping the Steam machines are more just to fit a practicality market, I think.
Yeah.
Craig and Chris, hashtag, he did hashtag right. Malcolm Sell, nicely done. I believe they, meaning Valve, will integrate installation configuration of the games. I also believe there will be a system, much as Google Play, where it will only allow machines with that much criteria to even see some games. That might not be a bad idea. We don't know. That's kind of the problem, is we don't know. But they'll have to do something. Like your game, estimated frame rate kind of thing. Like when you go to the game to buy it,
yeah,
it'll see the specs of your Steam machine. It'll say estimated frame rate at these resolutions.
That'd be nice.
And then you can kind of get an idea of whether it's going to be worth.
But the console market is going to be pissed by that.
I bet you.
I would think. If you go in to buy a game and why can't I just buy it? Why my system's outdated or something?
Yeah.
Console people are used to having a console for up to 10 years.
Yeah.
Whether that's good or bad.
It can be. Well, then that's a question of development, too, because actually this information, the frame rate, Steam isn't going to be the one providing it. They can't.
No.
The only people who could provide the frame rates for that would be the person who designed your Steam machine, because they're the ones who are going to test it.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of unknowns yet. I don't know. That's a good statement, though. Good question or comment or whatever. Anyways. Michael Ortiz Cardona, who sounds like a mobster.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I will definitely buy one, and like Craig said, I'll use it along with my PC.
Okay.
He said, last couple of days I've been testing Steam home streaming, and I'm loving it.
But why not just use your PC?
I don't know.
For
me, it would be a convenience thing.
Yeah. But I think if I were going convenience, I'd go...
Well, because like for example, my PC. This is why I wouldn't use my PC, because my PC, then I can uninstall the thousands of gigabytes worth of games on it.
That's true.
And then I can actually just put it in my office and just use it for whatever else I use it for.
See, I use my computer for work almost exclusively, so we have a bad relationship. When I sit down at the computer, it means I'm going to work, so I don't really feel like playing a game.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see
Maybe
that.
That's just me, though.
Michael Stewart says, are you related to Wilt Chamberlain? I think I am in some way before the A was dropped, but that was like a long time ago. A long time ago.
I doubt that.
No, it was, seriously.
I'm sure, but I still doubt it.
Rod Knight, from what
I believe you believe it.
Okay, this is the video game reviews paid to lie. This was a good one. And I don't know how long we're making these videos, by the way.
I don't know. Maybe speed up.
Okay. Rod Knight, from what I've been hearing, people have success on YouTube because of authenticity. Now that they've been proven to be sellouts, why are they still popular? I don't get it.
Not all of them are sellouts.
No, not all of them. Just some of them. Albert Meza, these two, they slay me every time. We're funny, I guess. Thank you, Albert.
Or murderers.
Or murderers, one of the two. Sean Saint, for someone like me, this is kind of a big issue because honestly, I'm not the type of guy who's extra wads of cash to throw around. And I watch YouTube frequently before I buy a game. So, he loves Angry Joe. And Angry Joe is awesome. We agree.
Yeah, and Total Biscuit.
And Total Biscuit. Also awesome. We agree.
Yeah, I trust those guys too.
Malcolm Sell, Craig and Chris. This is a huge issue and why I lost faith in many companies years ago. Yeah, no kidding. Just look at CNET, for example. 10 plus years ago, they gave independent reviews and had some useful information. Now you look at them, they're just as biased as X. I'm not going to say the news company. I wonder at times if I even operate the devices they are reviewing. It's quite often, I almost word for word, what is on the manufacturer's website.
Yeah.
Reading a script.
Well, probably the biggest problem with it is when you start getting into that kind of stuff, there's a lot of ins and outs and a lot of interested parties.
Yeah. And then the last video we have here, smartphone insomnia. Jacob Williams says, I need Ambien to help me sleep. I'm pretty sure I just need to not stare at my phone for the 2 hours right before I go to sleep.
Yeah.
Probably a better solution than more drugs.
I think if you need to take drugs because you're using your cell phone, that's just another problem.
You finally breached the line. Thomas McGawkin says, oh crap, that's what it is. I need to stop lying to my teachers. I have been telling them their lessons are boring. As a rule of thumb, Tom, you never tell your teachers their lessons are boring.
Hey, stop getting caught.
It's true. You got to get those eyeball glasses that Homer Simpson has.
I used to fall asleep third period all the time.
You just got to learn to hold a book up while you sleep.
Every year I was in school that had periods in class, class periods, third period was always math. Like third and fourth.
They stick it right, is it right after lunch or right before? Lunch? So you're either starving or you're so full you have to sleep.
No, it was like the 10, I always fell asleep before lunch.
Did you?
Yeah, I'm an afternoon guy, evening. So it was like always falling asleep during math, third period.
Oh, see, I'm
Rocking this.
like we just ate pizza, so I'm in the next 2 videos I'm going to slowly get more and more tired kind of guy. So that's what happens to me after I eat lunch. Moise Sadiq says, since my laptop has gone extremely slow over the years, its sole purpose is to charge my phone as I use it. So I use
That's an expensive charger.
it's a big one too. So I use my phone almost all the time. I guess that explains why my sleep has gone horrible. That's a good one. I like that one.
Yeah.
He's like got a whole back. He's got his whole laptop strapped to his, and I can just see somebody with a computer tower strapped to their back, just a wire coming onto their phone, charging it.
I'd like to see a big backpack of charging stuff, and you like reach up, grab your phone, yes, and then your laptop, you just reach behind, it's like this big giant backpack with all your stuff.
I'd buy that.
Sure.
I'd buy that. That's it for the comments, the Ask the Comment show. See, I'm telling you that. That's it for Ask Craig and Chris. Remember, if you guys want your comments read out or to ask additional questions, use hashtag Craig and Chris. I'm not going to do it. I'm resisting the urge to...
Good. He's improving.
Use hashtag Craig and Chris. And keep commenting, guys. Sharing, liking, subscribing, plus winning. We appreciate it.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Sounds good. Bye.
Stay awesome.